guy, they're going to be able to talk to us. And at that point, I really began to realize the power of what we had put together with LUI and CCST and everybody, because we were able to bring people's true values or their skills and abilities that they would have that wouldn't necessarily be able to be linked because we don't have those natural relationships with different communities.
And that trust, right? Absolutely right. You know, Terry, I know it's pretty close to lunchtime for you, brother, and I appreciate your time. I mean, this have been very well said. You know, you have spoken very well on behalf of the power of what we do, and how we are so effective in doing what we do. And people need to know that. They need to know that we're here to stay. You know, that's what LUI means, that we're not going away. Okay, we're here.
Right.
Okay, when they see us coming, we are a force for justice.
and we all have roles and responsibilities.
Yes.
And as long as we care about each other and care about making our communities better, we're going to do just fine.
That's right.
Absolutely.
One of the main things you said, Terry, is when people come together, not just one group, this group, that group, doing it by themselves, but when we all come together collectively, we are such a force together that they're taking notice of what's going on in the state now, and it makes a difference.
Well, I remember having a conversation with one of the investigators from the IG's office, and he was talking about things. I asked him, so I would check with him every now and then to make sure that what we were doing was satisfactory to them. And he told me, he said, Terry, do you realize how ridiculous it is that you bring together groups of people that are people who, you know, who are in the Black community, lower income community. You've got law enforcement officers. You've got people who've been done wrong in family court. You've got business owners. You've got church leaders, military leaders. And he said, you bring them all around the same table. He said, nobody does that. He said, we've never seen anything like this.
And one of the things too, Terry, I remember that conversation, and they was also concerned about the fact that they don't even have the resources available to do the kind of internal investigations and the research and stuff that we all do. You know, so, you know, they're limited to what they can and cannot do.
Yes, at the high point, we had 34 people on the investigative committee, which was a combined effort between LUI and CCST.
Yes.
And one of the guys had asked me, you know, you keep talking about, you know, your group and your staff and everything in your office. And he said, what does all this mean? And I said, well, I have an office that I rent. And I said, and I have an employee, that's my staff, you know. And I said, but our investigative committee, you know, we've got 33, 34 people, depending on, you know, when we're looking at it. And I said, and, you know, we're all, you know, we all have different jobs. You know, we're got attorneys, and we've got real estate professionals. We've got me, who used to be a former auditor, and, you know, and I named a whole bunch of the different types of positions. And I said, and we have people whose job is primarily to recruit people who've had things done wrong to them.
We all volunteer.
And we were all volunteers. And the guy looks at me and he goes, Terry, or well, actually his boss looked at me and he said, Terry, do you realize that the state of Louisiana Office for the Inspector General has only 19 people who are statewide for 64 parishes, and the FBI Public Corruption Squad has 6 people for a 9-parish area surrounding New Orleans. He said, y'all have more people and probably more professional skills than the entire sum of the FBI and the Inspector General in your area, and y'all are only focusing on one parish.
There it is, people.
That's a compliment.
Oh, that's very well said.
Very
People
well
need
said.
to know that, Terry.
Yes.
But I know we coming up on a break right now.
Okay.
We got to take a break, and I want to say thank you very,
You're
very
welcome.
much. And you enjoy the rest of your day. We'll be talking real soon.
Thank
You
you,
too.
bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
now.
thank you. Y'all,
All right.
well, you're welcome. Take
Okay,
care.
now. Bye-bye. That was Mr. Terry King, people. We're going to go to break. I want everybody to know that he heads up our criminal justice task force team. I mean, a very, very powerful man that gets the job done. Okay.
Didn't we say it before? It ain't no fun
when the rabbit got the gun. So I want people to know that LUI means we're here. For justice. We want it. We'll be right back.
Homes. 1492, or visit us at 7603 West Bank Expressway, Monroe, Louisiana.
Reverend D. Charles Stewart, we will be coming to you live hosting the new show without
always deliver breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a reason why people keep returning to Wags. The food's always hot, great portions, and it's just down home good. Call ahead to order in advance at 504-348-3080. That's 504-348-3080. And let Larry know that you heard about Wags on the New Orleans Talk Network. Call him now. Wags Food and Culture at 1601 Plaza Drive in Marrero.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis, Director of Armstrong Family Services. I'm here to remind you that anyone can become homeless, even you. Armstrong Family Services is a nonprofit organization that serves families in crisis. We focus on keeping homeless families together. Post-Katrina, we have helped over 1,000 families. Now we need your help. For more information, please call 504-899-2995. Thank you!
All right, we're back. I want to apologize again to our listeners that are out there about what happened earlier in our studio. Our whole system crashed, people. Now, I know we're powerful.
Too powerful.
But I ain't know we was that powerful.
Before we bring
Woo! What you say? I mean, he did Mr. Terry say that it has never ever happened?
Never ever happened.
Where the whole system just go black?
Never.
All right, people. I mean, if you don't know by now, now you know.
Before our next guest come on, let me share this letter that we shared before. This letter was dated May 3rd, 2016.
Wait a minute, hold up. You're talking about the immediate press release that's hot and burning right now.
That's right.
That is about to go down. Go right ahead. Take your time. Read it so that the people can know the real truth about what's really going on.
Here it is. For 30 years, Walter Reed used the authority of the district attorney's office to terrorize, abuse, and defraud the citizens of St. Tammany and Washington parishes. While his conviction on 18 counts of financial malfeasance is encouraging, those convictions do nothing to address his crimes against humanity. For years, Mr. Reed knowingly prosecuted innocent people. When are they going to get justice?
Wow.
For years, Mr. Reed went about taking innocent people's freedom simply because he could. When will he be charged with malfeasance, with maliciously prosecuting people?
Uh-oh.
Louisiana United International and our partners have had to work for years to free this community from his tyranny. While we are ecstatic that through our collective efforts, we were able to push the U.S. government to bring Mr. Reed to justice for his financial misdeeds, we are under no illusion that our work is over. We have not, nor will we ever forget the sheer volume of human capital decimated by Mr. Reed's unchecked greed and lust for power. Going forward, our work will center on getting justice for Walter Reed's victims. There are literally thousands of innocent people that Mr. Reed maliciously prosecuted or overcharged, convicted and allowed to serve time on charges that were fabricated by him and his staff. Many of those individuals remain incarcerated today, having already spent decades locked away from everything they know and love, simply because they had the misfortune of crossing paths with Walter Reed.
Wow.
Several months ago, Louisiana United International met with the new St. Tammany Parish District Attorney, Warren Montgomery. During that meeting, DA Montgomery admitted that his office has identified more than 8,000 cases in which there is substantial evidence that these defendants may very well have been fraudulently convicted or at the very least overcharged.
Wow, people.
These individuals have and will continue to unjustly languish in Louisiana prisons for years or even decades to come. Our coalition will continue to be a voice for them. We will shout as loud and as long as it takes to bring justice to these people and their families. We are calling on the media to use this platform and ask Governor John Bel Edwards, Warren Montgomery, and Kenneth Polite these questions. Why have they been so silent on Reed's convictions? What are their plans for getting relief to these victims? Louisiana United International is calling on Governor Edwards to immediately form a task force charged with the responsibility of creating a plan to bring our mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, sons, and daughters home.
All right, people, there it is. There it is. Now, I have a young man holding on the phone right now that we're not going to unfold or disclose who he is.
But this is evidence.
But this is evidence that Walter Reed was and is corrupt. That we have identified people that he maliciously prosecuted.
By what? By their race.
Now, what if you sat in prison for 20 years and they don't even have fingerprints on you? What if you go to trial and you be found guilty? Walter Reed said he gonna put you in front of an all-white jury. And you have never been Mirandaized. Hello, caller. Ahead, take your time and tell the people what it is they need to know.
Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. I was maliciously prosecuted up under Walter Reed's corrupt system. I was tried, convicted, and sentenced, and had never been booked on any charges.
Wow.
Never read my Miranda rights, never fingerprinted, never mug shot, just taken straight to trial and found guilty.
What you
on a
say?
Fabricated offense.
Woo!
Now see there?
Oh, okay, caller. Now, how long were you down for?
20 years.
20 years. And they said I mean, what was your sentencing?
Gave me a life sentence. And due to the changing of the law, God's grace, come home.
And I want the people to know the power of documents. You know, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at some documents right now with signatures of people, the clerk of court, the deputy clerk of court, and we're going to call some names. We're going to call some names. The judge's name is on it. The prosecutor name is on it. Falsified documents. And you were able to keep all of your documents intact so you can have the proof with the pudding. All right. Woo! It's about to go down, people. It's about to go down. Did you hear what the man said? Go right ahead, caller. Give him some more. Because, see, we want the people to know that this can happen to anybody in St. Tammany Parish. It can happen
to anybody. And it has happened to me.
Yes.
I wrote the FBI as I'm studying and I'm learning their operation and how they function. And when I obtained the records from the FBI, I was basically non-existent. They didn't even have an arrest for me during that time.
Wow.
Wow. So in other words, you've been kidnapped.
Held hostage.
Yeah.
No ransom demand.
In a godforsaken hellhole jail that is run by Jack Strain, the sheriff in St. Tammany Parish.
For the past 20 years.
Taken away from your family, didn't have the opportunity to, you know, I know you have 2 sons, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I missed their graduation, their signing days in college. I just missed it all. He just took it away from me.
Wow, you know, I was looking at you trying to use your cell phone.
Yeah.
He said he was fooling around with a cell phone. He got a Android phone, one of them an iPhone, right? And
iPhone.
he messed around. They took that away from you. I mean, the opportunity to be able to be a part of that technology world. You know, you got to learn and relearn, and you know, get help from your children to how to even use a cell phone. I mean, you sit in there for 20 years, an innocent man.
Yeah. Nobody would listen to you.
Nobody would listen.
Pay for it.
Well, you know what? We ain't gonna talk about that right now because we got some stuff so hot and burning right now.
Who's some of these judges?
You know, this is one of the cases. You know, I want to say, caller, this is one of the cases that is on the top of the list in regards to the hot press release that Mr. Brown just read. Okay, we want every single case that was prosecuted up under Walter Reed's corrupt administration. We want these cases to come back, and we want these people to be released.
The things that even DA Warren Montgomery said, that even though they've identified 8,000 cases, he said the type of money that it would take to look into it is astronomical. But for Walter Reed to do what he did over a 30-year career is astronomical too.
And you know what I told him? Right in the face, and I said, what if it was you? What if it was your child?
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
Would you be worried about how much it's gonna take, you know, to get to release an innocent man out of jail?
charges out of your office.
On fabricated, concocted, manufactured charges. I'm looking at the evidence right here where this man was never Mirandaized. There was no police report. There was no DNA. There was no witnesses. There was nothing.
And they gave him 20 years in front of an all-white jury.
Life.
Life. They sentenced him to life.
They sentenced you to life. Is that correct, caller?
Yes, ma'am.
But you gave it back to him, didn't you?
You already know.
Woo! Well, I want to let you know how much I appreciate you taking the time out. And we don't want you to say too much, but it's going to be another day and you coming back and you're going to really tell the people what it is they need to know. And
yes, ma'am.
So I'll be talking to you real soon, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. Y'all be blessed, and thank you, and I look forward to it.
Yeah, yeah, you're a proud member of LUI. Hold up, wait a minute. Let the people know that you are a proud member of Louisiana United International.
That's right. Tell the story to everybody, bro.
Right. Okay. All right, caller. Thank you so much.
All right, bro. Thanks, man.
You know, people, it's people like this young man that's on the phone right now. You need to hear his voice.
It gets beyond the point of saying this can't happen. This doesn't happen in the United States. It happens right here in Louisiana every day.
Don't wait until it happened to you. Then you want to join up.
Oh, no. Don't cry. Call LUI. No, just don't cry. Don't cry.
Because you're going to be crying. Oh, they can't do that. Oh, that ain't right. Oh, how did they do that? Oh, help. Don't cry.
Call LUI. The only way you stop an enemy is to hit him square in the mouth.
People, don't wait.
No.
A force for justice, and we got to go to break. We'll be right back with Pastor Elijah. And this man gonna tell you what happens Elijah in the courtroom.
Come on, Pastor.
When you a member of LUI.
This is Captain Black. This is Brother Al Milne. Join us for our new show, The Hostages That Fight Back,
Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central.
We are all hostages to something,
but it's up to us
to find the courage to fight back and make the change.
So tune in to become the change you want to see in the world, here on New Orleans Talk Network.
Brothers and sisters! Brothers and sisters! I don't know what this world is coming to.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
Crown Properties Incorporated, development and property management specialists, specializing in commercial and residential properties. With over 20 years experience, we specialize in property management, tenant placement, rent collection. We also manage single group housing. We have a full-time maintenance staff, 24-hour emergency on-call services, and we're fully licensed and insured. Let us do all the work while you receive the monthly checks. At Crown Properties Incorporated. For more information, call 504-366-4001. That number again is 504-366-4001. Or come visit us at 405 Gretna Boulevard, Suite 109, Gretna, Louisiana. Crown Properties Incorporated. For all your property management needs. You be the investor, we'll be the landlord. Crown Properties Incorporated.
Happy Merry Mondays. It's your girl, Mary J. I want you to tune in with me to Real Talk with Mary J on New Orleans Talk Network every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Then follow me to blogtalkradio.com/Real Talk with Mary J at 10 p.m. It's going to be a Merry Monday every Monday at 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. You've just tuned in to New Orleans Talk Network.
The New Orleans Talk Network has added hundreds of listeners to our email database. But we don't have you. Make sure that you are in the know by sending us your email address. Go to the NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com and send us your email contact so that we can send you action matters, community events, show topics, and a whole lot more. Go to the contact page and email us today your address. That's NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Go to the contact page, send us that email address today.
I'm Linda Lewis, Director of Armstrong Family Services. I'm here to remind you that anyone can become homeless, even you. Armstrong Family Services is a nonprofit organization that serves families in crisis. We focus on keeping homeless families together. Post-Katrina, we have helped over 1,000 families. Now we need your help. For more information, please call 504-899-2995.
There are moments in life when we hesitate. Buying a home shouldn't be one. Markets are changing and interest rates are still low. Now is the time to make your move. At Rocksteady Realty, we are determined to find a home for you. We know the area, provide personal attention, and more convenience. For all your residential and commercial needs, contact Willie Jones at Rocksteady Realty at 504-460-3819. Discover the Rocksteady difference.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
At Jones Insurance, we find that peace of mind offers a real advantage. That is why we work hard to make things easier for you by protecting your cars, your homes, your businesses, and your life. Peace of mind, isn't that the best protection? Learn what insurance can do for you. Call your agent at 504-348-1492 or visit us at 7603 West Bank Expressway, Marrero, Louisiana.
Wags Food and Culture at 1601 Plaza Drive in Marrero, always delivering the best food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's a reason why people keep returning to Wags. The food's always hot, great portions, and it's just down home good. Call ahead to order in advance at 504-348-3080. That's 504-348-3080. And let Larry know that you heard about Wags on the New Orleans Talk Network. Call him now. Wags Food and Culture at 1601 Plaza Drive in Marrero.
All right. We're back. I want to thank all of my listeners out there for tuning in today. We're exposing the injustice in our criminal justice system, people. This is real. It is real. And we're trying to get Pastor Elijah on the phone. He said he had called in earlier. His call dropped, but he was in court today. We had written a document on his behalf, filed a motion, and he needs to let the people know what the judge said in the courtroom. Or we might have to wait until next week.
Yeah, because if he had to go back,
and maybe even get the judge on the phone.
That'd be better.
And let the judge tell the people to know we do have a few good judges out there. And you know, we have some really good people out there. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell you, everybody is not bad. We have some real good people that are very supportive of the work that we're doing. And we have some good law enforcement, police officers, judges, attorneys, ADAs.
That we do,
But listen, people, we got some bad people out there too. We got some corrupt, wicked, evil, dirty, low down, no good for nothing people that think they can do whatever they want to do in our criminal justice system. We got lawyers that would take your money and lie to you.
it seems to be a goal or some kind of to have a high conviction rate on your record, on your resume of what you've been doing to people and you know it's wrong.
Okay.
So that's one of the things that, you know, we talk about good people and we talk about good people. We talk about those that are in the criminal justice system that are good. And yet I would like to see those that are good expose those that work with them to get them out of those offices just as well.
Well, you know, everybody can't do that, but we'll talk about that later. That's another show.
Yeah, I know it.
Because some of them got the, you know, that's their lifeline.
Yeah.
And then some of them are scared too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we didn't identify some of those individuals.
Yeah.
And some of them been very cooperative with us.
But they want to be
because
on the down,
it's the inside people that help us be effective in the work that we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We got Pastor Elijah on the phone. Hello, Pastor Elijah.
Come on with it.
What you say?
Give him glory, sir. Give him glory.
Go ahead.
Glory and honor, magnify him.
Well, you go right ahead and tell the people what they need to know.
Yes, Lord. I just believe that through the power of God, that we are in Pharaoh's court. The Israelites was in bondage for 200 years, and I believe this what is happening in America, especially in Louisiana, the mass incarceration of black males, and just as well as females too. My heart go out that to my people, that the Bible said my people perish because of the lack of knowledge. And one of the methods and strategies that the Israelites used, they unified, they became one.
Yes.
And what has happened with the black race, the poor, the Latinos, so the enemy has divided and conquered. And that's why we have so much mass incarceration, that the legal system is using things against us. I am a witness of the mass incarceration in New Orleans, Louisiana. I've been knowing about it. I lived it throughout my entire life, but now this has brought me to another level. I've been going to court for three misdemeanors, which are $1,000 for right up on 7 years.
Wow.
I've been in court over 75 times.
Wow.
Still in a pre-trial. Never had a trial. Witnesses never showed up. Section C, Judge Ben Willis Court. And I've been there for one night. They sent it to another court, waiting on the Supreme Court to make an ultimate decision. And I just can't believe the injustice that, and they knew that I had, I was being violated. For all the several warrants that served, 4 bonds they got me on, one thing after another. And it's unbelievable that a call that nonprofits, volunteers are protected from this. I had no business even being in the court.
Malicious prosecution.
7 years.
Conspiracy, nepotism, bias, the whole 9 yards has been going on with Kenneth Zero office, the state. They all conspired together, even my attorney. They all worked together to try to get me time that I'll never walk the streets again. But I thank God for our Lord and our Savior. And God uses human instruments. He uses the force for justice. Minister, I don't know why I keep saying Minister Belinda Parker Brown. She ministering the word. She's proclaiming the truth. And I believe that we need to stand with a soldier that God has sent from St. Tammany Parish to reach out to us. And what is happening that we are not unified. We are not working together because we're still mass incarceration. And I look at those who is black who has chance to run for political office, yet do nothing for us.
Yeah.
That's in power. I'm from the black legislators, the black judges, the black lawyers, the black I say gatekeepers in the community. They are not doing nothing for us. They go along and they took the deal, and they're not worrying. And God has allowed for justice to come in to help make a difference. And I know there are others out there that's making a difference, such as Pastor Webster and many other ministers that are on the ground. But it's not enough.
Well,
it's
you know, Pastor,
and I know my heart. I know Dr. King is turning over in his grave. I know Malcolm X is turning over in his grave. We are not standing for nothing. We're not standing for truth, justice, and equality. We're not addressing the problems from every day. The Bible that we read, we are supposed to address the issues. We're supposed to tell the federal government. We're supposed to tell the politicians. We're supposed to tell the mayor that is morally wrong and it's sinful. And we're not going to tolerate it. But we got to stand together. Stop being bought by the mighty dollar.
Come on. Yes.
Wow, you just said a whole lot. Very well said, Pastor. And we're going to, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to reverse some of this stuff. We're going to kill some of these giants that want to keep things the way it is because they're benefiting from it. Okay? We're going to expose some of our leaders. I'll say it again, expose some of our leaders that want to keep stuff the way it is, corrupt and jacked up because they're benefiting from it.
Yes.
So, you know, I know we put a document in the court for you. We don't want to go into a whole lot of details, but when the judge put his hands on that document, just tell the people a little bit about what happened in the courtroom, Pastor Elijah.
It was just amazing when Force for Justice did the motion and document for me. When the judge got his hands on it, he stepped back and said, "I'm not going to touch this. I have nothing to do with it."
Woo! What you say?
To do with it. Sent it from he goes to send to another court. And the other judge stated he said that he gonna send to the Supreme Court because he said, "I don't want to touch it either." And so, but God has allowed the Force for Justice to stand with me, and that's why I want to encourage our people. Various organizations such as Force for Justice that's standing with you. They're standing with you. But we got to stand together.
Yes.
Because you can be the next person in line. You know, and the enemy has divided and conquered. Right in New Orleans, Louisiana, and we're looking at Baltimore and all other places, Chicago. These people are unified. They are working together. They're getting people out of office. But what are we doing in New Orleans? We've been bought by the mighty dollar. Yes, sir, Charlie. We're back in the cotton field. They got laws set up. Black man go to jail for a broken tail light, get shot down in America, and nobody's saying nothing. Got it on camera.
Wow.
We even got to the point now, I believe it's a law that if you even use a video or a cell phone, that's a crime. You cannot video an officer or somebody that's beating up a person. Something is wrong with the system. But it's geared toward us. Yes, Michael said they don't care about us, but do we care about ourselves? Where is the black man? Where is the elite high class city? Those that have made it, as per se in Hollywood, those that got power and influence. What are they doing in the poor community?
Wow.
When you got people in the community, when they don't have no opportunity, then we can expect crime. That's why we have crime. We're talking about now in the French quarters, where the tourists at, because you don't want to give them poor black brothers no jobs. The mayor got people coming from all out of state, giving them jobs, but he will not give the black males no jobs.
Some got to.
They don't care about us. And somebody need to put their life on the line as a sacrifice. And guess what? Just the Force for Justice is saying, they're standing with you.
Yes.
And you got to have enough sense to realize that as Dr. King said, what affects one directly affects another indirectly. We are all tied together in a single bond of destiny. Your day is coming. You're going to wish that you would have made the phone call and financially support this movement that God has orchestrated, that God has ordained for Force for Justice to come in to make a difference. And I mean, Belinda has a heart. She is a soldier. She don't have The spirit of fear. If you want to be a soldier, the first thing you must conquer is the spirit of fear. She don't fear death. She don't fear what the enemy may say. She stand up against injustice. And it's time for us to stand up against it. And that's what the late Governor Wallace said. Y'all think the KKK was beating y'all then, but now they're going to beat y'all in the system. And they're using laws against us. Everything's a crime.
Yes.
What are we doing about it as a people? It is time for, you don't see no civil rights activists in the city of New Orleans doing no marching. You don't see churches getting together and doing no marching. You don't talk about Black history. What we did in America, it does not matter. Iranians, we'll give the Vietnamese, we'll give everybody else opportunities in our community. But yet you do nothing for us. Something is wrong with this, Mr. Mayor. Something is wrong with this, Mr. Governor. Politicians and judges, you've been bought by the mighty dollar. But God is bringing justice.
Yes, yes,
And
yes.
He's bringing justice to New Orleans.
Well, Pastor,
Because
you
this is
fired up right
right.
now. You fired up, and I'm here to tell you, I feel the ignite. I'm about to get ignited myself up in here. Okay, so I better, we got to hold, we just got to hold that mute for a minute because we got to take some more calls. But I'm telling you right now, Pastor, what you're saying is so dear to me. It's so. It's so sad, but it's necessary. But we got to come together, people. That is the cry. LUI. It's unity in the power of the people. God say he will command a blessing on unity. People are suffering. We just got a young man that just got off the phone that spent 20 years in prison. He never had a 72-hour hearing. He was never Mirandized. There was no police report.
Never fingerprinted.
Mugshot or fingerprinted.
Was sat in front of a
no evidence, no witness.
Yes.
No crime was committed by this man, and he spent 20 years.
We have others that I want to encourage everybody out there on the radio land that we need to try to do in your own way, your own time, to fast, a 21-day fast, because fasting breaks yokes. Fasting against the injustice that's taking place in New Orleans, Louisiana. So we can do a fast. The support of Minister the Force for Justice, for the finances. I'm asking y'all for yokes to be broken in the city of New Orleans and in Louisiana, period, but especially for the Force of Justice, for God to open up the windows of heaven, because they need your support. I'm asking, it's for your children, your grandchildren, and your children to come. I'm asking, we are asking, and we pleading and begging for your support to save your generation. Because the generation behind us, Lord, they're almost lost. So I'm asking, I'm pleading with those to open up their hearts. Everybody fund people from all over New Orleans. A lot of tourists get funded. St. Charles got mighty dollars. Do something for this movement.
Yes, yes. Right. And we certainly thank you, Pastor, because that's where we're at right now. We're at that point. We need that. We need the fasting. We need the praying, but we also need the money. You got to support us with your finances now. Okay. And I think the pastor said it best, because I'm not a beggar. I ain't going to be running around begging nobody. And I ain't going to be having no fundraisers and asking the government to give me some grants. I'm not going to do it.
So when you get his grant, he can control you.
That's right.
You can't go to nobody's house. You can't live in no house without paying no mortgage, no paying no rent, utility bills. You got to pay bills. Churches need support. So the Force for Justice needs you to all go into your pockets. And as the old preacher would say, go in the deep. Them dollars and them quarters ain't going to work. We need people to come out with thousands and hundreds of thousands. You got it. You get to help your generation, to help make a difference.
Okay, Pastor. It sounds like we begging now, and I like the Lord told me that I better not beg. Okay, people better realize, and they better recognize for justice. We're here and we're not going away, and it's time for them to step up to the plate, join up, and be a part of this great mighty movement that God have already commissioned. That everything that is done in the dark is going to come to the light, and these corrupt people is going to be exposed, and we're going to put them out of office. Go ask Walter Reed.
That's the proof right there. The proof is in the pudding. Ask Jack Strang.
Well, with that said, Pastor, I got to take some more calls, and I really appreciate you, and we'll be talking soon. I wanna be with you on Tuesday, so I'm gonna do everything in my power to be with you in the courtroom on Tuesday.
Section L. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
Section L. Thank you. Bye bye.
We'll see you,
All
Pastor.
right, God bless y'all. Thank you.
Wow.
He got
He got the preaching on here.
Yeah.
The mic was hot.
Yeah, but they're passing his paperwork from judge to judge because they don't want to touch it.
We never had a radio show where the pastor get the preaching. I was just trying to find out what happened in the courtroom.
Well, he was hot. He was hot. That's what that was.
Wow, how long he said he been going through that?
7 years.
7 years.
On 3 misdemeanors.
Wow, people.
Now tell me that they're not looking to convict you on anything they possibly can.
Yeah, they're on some made up stuff.
Made up stuff. And the judges are passing his paperwork around like a hot potato.
Yes,
you take it. I don't want it. You take
you know, I want to say, you know, the guy that heads up our legal defense team is a bad man. Woo wee, Larry, if you out there and you listening, I'm here to tell you. Can't nobody write a document like this man.
And the key to it is what? He was in prison
and got his own self out.
Hello.
And I'm here to tell you, when I had an attorney read one of his documents, they was like, wow, who wrote this?
Yeah.
And I tried to tell him, the person that wrote it, and he couldn't believe it. He didn't believe it. He called me a liar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you know something was wrong with that. I got we're having a great show, and we're getting ready to wrap our show up, but I have a caller on the line, and I want her to take her time and tell the people. Hello, caller, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Woo, Queen. The Queen is on the phone, people.
Hello, Queen. How you doing?
The Queen is on the phone. Now, I want everybody to know that this is my family on the phone. And she is one of the most powerful research analysts that can dig up anything on anybody, even your dead folks. She is on LUI's team. Go right ahead, take your time and tell the people. The first thing I want you to tell the people is about this movie that's coming out that we in.
All right, it's my family's movie. It's called We're the Knight Family. So my name is Queen Knight Esquire Victoria Marta the Mulattoes of North America, and I am the ambassador representative of the Sovereignty Commission Government Church of God, which is this country and the state of Louisiana's third option, and so is Louisiana United International.
All right, go right ahead.
Research and Development and Discovery Director of the Board of Directors.
Okay. All right, baby. You go right ahead. And about the movie, I know it's going to be released June the 24th.
And it's about my great-grandfather 6 generations ago, Emperor Captain, United States Federal Deputy Marshal Joseph Newton Knight and Rachel Knight, his slave woman informant that run the Underground Railroad through the entire southeast area. And we go way back into the biblical times of the Knights of the Temple of Freemason Christian Crusaders of the 1099 federal withholding tax exempt form that the state of Louisiana had corrupted by giving it to the church, giving it to the independent contractors, and extorted 7 cuts off the immigrants, and raised the incarceration rate set so high with their amended laws and bills that I know exactly who all had done it, from Steve Scalise, associated with H.E. Crow.
All right, expose them. Go right ahead. Call them names.
And
Jack Strain.
H.E. Crow has got a file depot that he's keeping the paperwork in whenever they shredded the contracts on insurance And embezzled and extorted 7 cuts off of the checks that they should have administrated to the immigrants by processing them into the economy. So they did not pay Granddaddy his 5 times of United States claims congressional petition of military services compensation.
You know, Queen, wait a minute. I know we want to get into that, but let's tell the people what it is that Louisiana United International is standing for and why it's so important for them to join up.
Yeah, because advocacy program and an attachment to the civil rights advocacy program. And it's been going on for a long time, and we're planning on the awards of the state. Yes, we did finally change campaign coming from the state of Louisiana, because many times we went to Washington, D.C., and we didn't have a plan at the time in order to equalize the field. So it was Jack Strand's granddaddy he was the judge that came out with the home charter rule. And the home charter rule, they were using the Internal Affairs FET station to gather investigative reports and create a listing, giving it to District Attorney Walter Reed, and he was having lunch at Sal and Judy's here in Lacombe, picking up the names in order to bring it back to the office and calling in the clerk of court. So anybody that was inside the jail being held in custody, and anybody that was a witness involved in the case, they used intimidation tactics by calling in all the reps to the departments in the clerk of court's office and in the courthouse to find out how much they were worth, the witnesses, and how much if they had outstanding warrant for their arrest, in order to cash in on for the price of one, and later on double and triple bill them while they were in custody.
Wow.
So that's how they extorted.
You know, one of the things that we were talking about this morning on my way to the station was, you know, how important it is for people to join up and be a part of this organization so that we can continue to help file these claims and
right.
Go right
and
ahead.
Louisiana United International is the only viable, delegated, Washington accepted, commissioned by President Barack Obama, an extension to our program, which is the Knight Family Foundation, and civil advocacy. And being that the federal government built every agency to provide, protect, defend, and everything. And how come here in the state of Louisiana, they put constraints on it, and we're not working our federal government agencies to the fullest capacity of their capabilities? We're here to crush that curse. So Louisiana United International is the only force in order to take in those legitimate claims reports, do investigations, find the inconsistencies in those reports in order to overturn convictions and seek sentence reduction proposal plans.
Wow.
Now that is the grace of God.
That's why people need to join up with us, right? They need to join up.
I'm tired of Louisiana United International, and I'm telling you, we're working.
Yes, and I want the people to know that they need to join up with us. If they have a loved one or family member or anybody that knows somebody that's incarcerated here in the state of Louisiana, they need to join up with the organization. They need to call us.
And then we'll go ahead and get into the judge's face if we have to, with our court-appointed attorneys in order to fight to make sure that there's follow-up and it's not correct what they're doing, and we already know that's not correct, but who's got a plan in order to sidestep this whole agenda? We do.
Absolutely.
With new results. Statistical data ratio of success rate is what counts. on flipping the script on this 151-year worth curse of digress education in history.
Yes. And you know, we really want the people to know that we know that there are a lot of innocent people that are sitting in prison right now because of Walter Reed's corrupt administration and
Right.
you know, the things that happen.
What's going to happen is they're going to freeze their assets. They're going to consolidate and liquidate their funding. It's going to be a privateer sector anymore. They got to stop fighting in the house in Baton Rouge, and we're going to settle that deal. Because that's the only way we can equalize it. We'll win this civil war, and we'll win the holy war on top of that.
Well,
and we'll get these laws and the amendments in order, and these bills in order.
Right. And it's going to have to, you know, and what she's talking about, listener, is that reforming the criminal justice system. You know, she's talking in code, but I don't want you to talk in code right now, Queen. Just hold on. You know, the bottom line for my listeners is that reforming the criminal justice system is a disgrace. It's a disaster. Okay, it's abuse of taxpayers' money.
It is.
And what I want the people to know, that it is our dream right now. We're deep into this. That we see a lot of the young people, especially the young people that went to jail and was given life for nonviolent offenders at the age of 17 and 25 years for smoking a marijuana joint. You know, we want to see rehabilitation, not incarceration.
Right, and the thing of it is after they're rehabilitated, they're not guaranteed after a sentence to completion that they are back in the workforce with the details and the classification. If they're good enough to work for the state for free, they're good enough to work for the state and for the business that they should be putting them in to get a tax incentive in order to promote a 9-month reversionation of expungement of records for the first 3 months, the second 3 months.
Okay, stop talking code now. We're giving them too much information, Queen. Okay, we working on these some hot and burning things right now. Okay, they need to join up and become members and support the work that we're doing, because you know this go deep, people. It go real deep. And what she's saying is that we just don't want people released from prison with nowhere to go. We want people released back into our community as upstanding citizens. We want to be able to meet every area of their life, physically, financially, emotionally, you know, every area, spiritually. So we got to be prepared to receive these people, because they coming back. And we're going to make sure of that. Okay, because we're not going to Washington, D.C. just to sit down and watch TV. Okay, we're not filing these complaints with the Civil Rights Division and the corruption squad,
the Department of Justice.
You know, and the Department of Justice just to sit down and talk about it. You know, we don't fall for the okie doke, and we don't look for the screen. Okay, this is real. People are suffering, and we are going to change these laws, okay? And we're going to get a lot of people released out of prison, but we need your support. We need everybody to join up, because we cannot file a complaint based on an individual situation. We have to have a systemic problem, and we got to make noise, and we need people to make that kind of noise, to make the sound that they need to hear. Okay, and we're calling it Loose the Gates, Bind the Weight, Support Amendment 28.
Exactly.
All right then. Well, I have some other callers on the line, Queen, and I want to thank you so very much for taking your time out.
We're praying for you, love. We are so praying for everybody that's out there that you're in contact with that believe in this mission, because this is a very strong, God bless mission. We are the comforters. And just like Jack Strange said, he said you can't argue with a ghost. Well, let me show you some ghosts. If you don't believe in God, you don't believe in good, and you don't believe in ghosts, I'm here as an extension onto free state of Jones instead of a Robert E. Lee state of Bones. What the Confederacy taught us is what we needed later on to develop in order to accommodate the betterment of society in a civilized way, nonviolent way.
Well, and that's when Jack Strain, put that orange suit on and do the perk walk. Okay.
Exactly. All the rest of them too, because they had a listing on us about the Sovereignty Commission, government search of what? God, we got a listing on them too.
All right.
They make themselves known.
That's right.
All right. With that said, we gotta let you go. All right. Now,
right.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Queen.
You know, that was the Queen herself, and I'm here to tell you people, she talking code. You got to really know her to understand. You know, I'm gonna tell you when she do her research and dig up stuff,
somebody in trouble.
It's
that's what it all means.
It's trouble. and sound like I got the heavy hitter on the line right now. And it's hello caller, are you there?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Miss? How you doing? I just was on the show yesterday, speaking with the Reverend and a couple of other gentlemen on the topics of jail and the crime in the community and how we can help the youth in the community. And just in the process of doing that, I was granted an opportunity to just talk about something that's going on with me, like in the legal aspect. And so in so many words, like 2 years ago, I got in a car accident with my son, and I worked offshore, and just got off from offshore, and it was my fault. I didn't get enough rest, but in the fast forward, I got in a car accident with my son. He passed away, and the way the media and the police painted it, that I was drunk. But in all actuality, I was actually just exhausted, and I didn't get the proper rest that I should have gotten, because like I was a volunteer football coach, and I just did things in the community. So instead of me getting the proper rest that I needed,
you was busy, brother.
I just wanted to keep going.
Yeah.
And
you was stretched to your ends widths. You was stretched like a rubber band about to pop.
Yeah. So one of the things that I planned on doing when I got off from work from offshore is I just had a weekend plan for my son, and just so happened the weekend, it went the wrong way, and now I'm fighting for my life because they're trying to give me like 20 to 30 years, but they offered me 10. And the lawyer that I had is like he's going with them because like I'm constantly telling them, man, like in court, when I go to court, they saying the victim's family. So it's like they just took me out of the equation. Like I'm not as far as anymore since that happened. And my lawyer, instead of him saying, well, we're gonna fight and we're gonna do this and we're gonna get all this situated and go all the way to the teeth. It's like he just keep trying to get me comfortable with trying to go to time. Yeah. And I've never been convicted of anything. I was a senior in college. Like I said, I was working offshore as a supervisor, but in the media and in the police report that I was unemployed and I was doing this and I was doing that. So it's really like I'm just hearing y'all.
Okay, how long has this been going on, young man?
Actually been going on for like the last 2 years.
Okay.
My first lawyer that I had to drop him.
Okay.
He was telling me he was taking me to trial without a defense. And the lawyer that I have now, it's just like he just want money, but you're not even. It seems like you're just trying to set me up.
Okay, well, I tell you what, I need to talk to you offline, but right now the first thing that I'm concerned about is the fact that the first lawyer you had was unprepared.
Right.
We call that ineffective counsel. You need to sue him.
Right.
Okay. The second lawyer, I need to know who he is and don't pay him another dime until you find out exactly what it is he gonna do for you.
All right.
Other than
and if he ain't talking right,
he ain't gonna do right.
He don't get paid. Okay.
Well,
So what you need to
definitely
do is join up with our organization and let us do a case review, you know, and find out exactly what it is that we can do to help you. Because the last thing you want to do is hire an attorney that is
working for them.
Working for them.
There it is.
Because prison is money.
That's right.
Big money.
Right.
Okay. Everybody get paid. The lawyer, the judge, the prosecutor, the DA, the police officer, the bail bondsman.
The state.
Everybody want their money in a brown paper bag. And do you know you can go to prison and make somebody a billionaire working for 17 cents a day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So right now, what you got to understand is that, you know, don't do this by yourself. And this is what we tell people. You join up with LUI, then you're not alone. You know, you got people that can do research background on these people, you know, find out who they are. All right. Because it sounds like you got a closed and shut case. But we need to see some more information that's in your discovery.
Right. I like say, like I said, I've never been in no trouble like that before. So I was clueless to it. Like I said, I'm not a jail person like that. I've done things in my past that I can I can say I regret, but it was nothing like of this sort. And it just seemed like.
Well, I know we're running out of time. I understand you said you said enough to get us to understand that, you know, they got you jammed up, brother. And this is where, you know, they pretty much want everybody jammed up. And then what they try to do is force them and threaten them and badger them and take a plea. But you don't need to do anything until you join up with LUI and let us help you, you know, advocate on your behalf, you know, help you understand the process so that, you know, you can at least have a real good sound decision and information so that you can make a real good sound decision. Understanding, okay, because understanding and knowing is very powerful. Knowledge.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so call us, join up with us, go to our website. We're running out of time, and thank you so much, caller. Go right ahead and visit our website, or else give me a call at 985-3
95503
0626.
503.
That's 985-503 0626. 985-503-0626. My grandmother said 3 times, and you got it.
Right.
Okay, you got it.
Yes, ma'am.
You got it. All right, brother. Call that number.
Get with us
and join up with us. And for all my listeners out there, go tell somebody.
And tell somebody else.
And tell somebody to tell somebody.
That they tell somebody. That LUI.
To join up
with LUI.
A force for justice.
Because we are here to stay.
We're here and we're not going anywhere, people. You know, and what if you were told that if you don't take a plea, we're gonna put you in front of an all-white jury
and give you life.
Did you hear that word? Give it to you.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what they do here.
Okay. So what if it was you and you paid an attorney $30,000
in a brown paper bag, and I'll go to the next room and see what I can do for you.
And he said, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Yeah. And he come back without the bag.
What if your attorney said, I want $25,000 and I'll make all of this go away.
Up front.
People, this is real. We're not making this up. Join up with us. We're out of time. go to www.launitedI.com. That's www.launitedI.com. It stands for Louisiana United International, a force for justice, or call us at 985-503-0626. Also, download our app. Get rid of them flip phones. Come on, people. Upgrade.
It's 2016 now.
NOTN. It's a white app with blue letters.
Blue letters, blue and white.
It's for free.
Free what? Free. NO.
And you can listen to us on your phone every Thursday right here on NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Go and visit our website and read about us. Tell somebody about us. All right. You can also stream us live on YouTube.
Hello.
Video. New Orleans Talk Network live on YouTube.
Now join up.
Now if that ain't technology.
Hey, it's fascinating. I'm joining up.
Now. I'm on camera right now. Looking at you.
Come on, people.
Join up with us.
Become a force for justice.
And become a force for justice right here on New Orleans Talk Network. We're out of here. It's been a great day. And help us expose the injustice in the criminal justice system and allow victims to tell their story and expose
the injustice that is going on in the criminal justice system. Don't cry.
You know, we're exposing police officers,
everybody,
sheriffs, clerk of courts,
all corruption,
district attorneys.
Yes.
You know, what was that one person?
Coroner's officers?
Yeah, oh, that's him.
Don't cry.
With the jail.
With the jail.
A coroner is a very powerful position.
Yeah. Yes.
They the one who write the death certificates. Yeah, the death
supposed
certificates.
to do it right.
Wow.
So now this is it right here. Don't cry.
So if the sheriff say you dead, the coroner say
okay.
Okay.
Hey, don't cry. Join LUI.
All right, we're out of here. Everybody have a great day.
Thriving Financial is pleased to support a force